Portable power stations are great, but I often get asked in the comments whether they can run a particular device and for how long. So in this short video, I'll be demonstrating what a typical compact unit like this Jackery Explorer 240 V2 is actually capable of. I've recently done a review of this unit if you're interested. There'll be a link on screen and down below. The Explorer 240 V2 has a 256 watt-hour long-lasting LFP battery with a 300 watt maximum AC output. Jackery have a useful tool on their site to estimate run times, but the calculation is pretty straightforward. You need the power rating of what you're plugging in, which obviously needs to be 300 watts or less. Then you divide that into the capacity of the battery, which is 256 watt-hours. This tells you how long the device will last in hours. Since I measured this power station to only be around 75% efficient, you need to then multiply this value by 0.75. So if I run these studio lights at 256 watts, I could run them for 256 watt-hours divided by 256 watts times 0.75, which is around 0.75 hours or 45 minutes of a fully charged battery. So let's start with something simple like this Milwaukee battery charger, which is rated at 155 watts. Charging this 5 amp hour or 90 watt-hour battery at 143 watts, I'll be able to run the charger for around 256 watt-hours divided by 143 watts times 0.75 equals 1.34 hours. And I should be able to fully charge at least 2 of these 5 amp hour batteries off a fully charged Jackery, which could be super handy when you don't have any power outlets nearby on a DIY job. Carrying on the tool theme, it's very handy turning corded tools cordless. You're pretty limited with small power stations like this, but it does just manage to run this 175 watt Dremel. At turn on it hits over 300 watts, but then settles between 120 watts and 140 watts, which is a total of around 90 minutes of continuous runtime. Olight kindly provided this power station to mark a new collaboration between themselves and Jackery, so it would be rude not to use it to charge an assortment of Olight torches and lights. I've used the car charger adapter from some extra USB ports. Charging all these Olights only consumed around 24 watts. A typical Olight torch charges at between 5 and 10 watts, which is around 30 hours of charge time with a Jackery. It's unlikely you'll exhaust the battery just charging torches. For more information on the collaboration, please see the link down below. Portable power stations are great for power cuts. There is a spotlight on the unit itself, but I ran this mains lamp with 2 LED bulbs off the AC outlet. It only consumes around 13 watts and will run for up to 15 hours. And I can run my TV at just under 80 watts for 2.5 hours. You might also want to work in a power cut, so you'll need your router and a computer. There's only one AC outlet on the Jackery, but there's nothing stopping you plugging in a multi-way extension lead. I've got my desk lamp plugged in too. I'm pushing almost 300 watts, so I get less than an hour, but still great in an emergency. The Jackery will also work as a UPS, or uninterruptible power supply. Here I'm running my fairly power-hungry video editing desktop computer, which consumes between 100 and 150 watts most of the time. I have the Jackery charging off mains, so the computer is actually bypassing the battery and running off the main supply. If I simulate a power cut by pulling the mains plug, almost instantly the computer switches to running off the power station's battery, and will run for up to 1.5 hours off the Jackery's battery or until power comes back on. I've also used the Jackery as a UPS for long 3D prints. I also tried charging my 14-inch MacBook Pro. You can charge off the 100 watt USB-C port or the AC outlet with the Apple charger and a MagSafe cable. It can charge up to 100 watts, but that depends on how empty the battery is. In this case, it's more useful to know the capacity of your laptop's battery. The MacBook battery is 70 watts, so I could completely charge my laptop almost 3 times off the Jackery. Some devices like this EcoFlow fridge don't consume constant power. The compressor turns on and off as required to keep the unit cool. It's much harder to gauge what sort of runtime you'll get off devices like this. I could use an energy monitoring plug like this cheap one off Amazon to measure exactly how much the cool box uses over 24 hours. I measured the usage in kilowatt hours over 1 hour. Longer would have been better, but I got 13 watt hours. So I could run this fridge for around 15 hours off the Jackery. Running off the DC car outlet will be slightly more efficient. I measured around 86% efficiency off DC in my tests, so you get almost 2 extra hours of runtime off DC. You might also want to run a long video or time-lapse with your action camera. My GoPro only needs around 2 watts, so you could run it for almost 100 hours or 4 days off this small power station. With such a small load, you could also keep the power station topped up with Jackery's 40 watt solar panel. I've not got more than 15 watts from it, even on a sunny day, but that's still enough for devices like this, or even your phone. Hopefully this short video has given you a better idea of what a small portable power station like this can run, and for how long. If you'd like me to do a similar video with a more powerful power station, please let me know. And as always, if you have any questions, please ask. I read every comment and will do my best to respond. I do hope you found this video useful. Please like the video if you did. I'm releasing videos every week on the latest technology and how to get the most out of it, so please make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to tap the bell icon if you want to get notified as soon as a new video gets uploaded. Also, please consider using my links down below. I get a tiny kickback that really helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. Thanks for watching.